looking live at the Schaefer Center here in the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University, right here in Waxahachie, Texas, where it's time for another SAGU Sports Live presentation of basketball doubleheader action here at the campus of Southwestern. Tonight it's Huston Tillotson in town, the Rams and Lady Rams, kicking off Lady Rams at 5:30. Rob Price along with my co-host Tim Roberts. And Tim, the Lady Rams coming into this contest in 7th place, one spot ahead of the Lady Lions.
Yeah, they come in just ahead. So this match of 7 versus 8. This is going to be a critical match. The Rams are still trying to fight their way up that ladder, just a half game behind Langston, just 1 game behind St. Thomas. So they really want to find a way to fight their way up that River Conference ladder. For Lady Lions, the story is exactly the same. They're in that 8th seed, and they're clinging to it, trying to hold on to that last playoff spot for the River Conference tournament. This is a game they need to find a way to win tonight with a tough schedule ahead. Here at home against Huston Tillotson, a team that you only lost to by 1 a few weeks ago on the road. This is a game that Lady Lions really need to find a way to win. So we'll look ahead at all that stuff coming up and just how important this game is. So stay tuned for that.
Lady Rams have won the last 2 of 3, but Southwestern's won the last 6 of 8. Overall, the Lady Rams won the first 5 games of the series. So back and forth recently. Lady Rams have the advantage. Squeaked out a 1-point win a few months ago, I should say. So Lady Lions looking for revenge for sure tonight.
Yeah, looking for revenge, and like we said before, this team has been so much better as of late. We saw this team early in January, and it didn't seem to be clicking. A bunch of young players didn't really know each other, wasn't working. Something happened on that 5-game road swing. All of a sudden, they're pulling off wins. Narrow losses against teams like Wiley and Langston, playing so much better now. So
they went 1-4, but it was still a good road trip.
So
it was a very positive road trip.
The fact that they merely lost by 1 point to this team back during a transitionary period, and now we see this team playing great basketball. That offensive performance we saw them put against Southwest on Monday was probably the best offense we've seen this team play in a year or two. It was very consistent, excellent shooting. So we'll see if they can continue to duplicate that throughout the rest of this run towards the end of the season. All right, well, let's go over to the sideline now where Bianca Alarcon is standing by with our head coach, Bianca.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with head coach for the Lady Lions basketball team, Arlen Beatles. Now, Coach, the ladies are coming off of a huge win on Monday in overtime. The girls also got to overcome a 12-point deficit. What kind of confidence does this give the ladies going into tonight's game?
Well, I think it gave us a lot of confidence. We're playing real well, and our defense was really the difference that second half. We were able to press them, and so we're going to try that tonight again, see what happens.
Now, a huge contributor to the win on Monday was Sokivia Bratchett. She came off the bench and still made her career best with 20 points. What are you expecting from her in tonight's game?
Well, I don't expect her to have 20 every night. I hope she does, but we'll probably she's going to start tonight. We're starting what we call our press team, which is a small team, but anyway, we'll start, and I hope she does great.
Thanks so much, Coach, and good luck in tonight's game.
Okay, thank you. This is an important game for us.
Rob and Tim, back to you.
An important game indeed as Lady Lions look to cling to that 8th place in the Red River Conference. A quick break. We'll be right back with more game analysis and key players. Stay tuned. You're watching SAGU Sports Live. Welcome back to the Schaefer Center. We're just about 4.5 minutes away from tip-off. So, Tim, let's look at some key players for the Lady Rams. They only really have 2 seniors and 3 juniors. The rest are all sophomores, 6 sophomores, 1 freshman. But a few stand-up players that you see from the Lady Rams side.
Yeah, well, first of all, Shaniqua Thomas. She leads the team with 7.9 rebounds, which is good for number 2 in the entire nation. She's one of the nation's top leading rebounders. She has 5.4 offensive rebounds a game. So 5.4 for 7.9 rebounds a game are offensive. So she's a very dominant player, like I said, number 2 in the nation in rebounds per game. Erica Cray, though, is just one of the all-around best players in Red River Conference, without a doubt. She leads the team with 13.2 points per game, 4.3 assists per game, and 2.5 steals per game. Those last 2 are good for number 26 and number 30 overall in the nation. So she's top 30 in 2 very crucial categories, as well as being this team's leading. It's very odd to see a player who's both your leading point scorer and assist leader.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
A very dominant player inside there with Erica Cray. So really, when you look at Shaniqua Thomas and Erica Cray, those are kind of your 2 standouts for the Lady Rams. What do you got for the Lady Lions tonight?
Well, we just heard Coach Beatles Coach talked about. He's going to start his press team. That means 3 guards, 3 quick guards, and guards obviously shorter than forwards, and it's a 2 forward setup. So I'm going to go. I just got a feeling, Tim. I caught some of the players during the school classes in between the lunch hour today, and I got a feeling, out of limb, you're going to see a big game. Maybe not 20 points, but another big game from guard Okivia Bratchett. She's earned her starting position back after being away for a few games with some family illnesses. Now she's back. Bethany Crock still playing great ball, but Bratchett stepped up big time and really earned that position back. She's got the starting nod tonight. Expect a big game from Bratchett. Number 2, I'm going to go with a non-starter, Corja Harbiton. The reason I say that is because the look in her eye, just talking with her before the game, she looks as if she have a breakout game on the paint. She's focused, playing some consistent ball, getting more minutes. And it's a wild card. Throw it out there, Tim. We'll see at the end of the game if I'm right. I could be wrong, but Corja Harbiton, finally number 3. Let's go with the center. Cassie Cox, been kind of quiet of late. She needs to have a big game tonight just for her confidence. She's a key player in this squad, the tallest player, our best rebounder, obviously, in the team. And she needs to step up against this ball club to have any chance of winning the ball game. So a guard, a forward, and a center. Those are the key players, I think, tonight's ball game.
Well, again, the motto of this season, the unspoken motto of the team has been, who wants to be the night's hero?
Right.
Taylor Hill, early in the season when you had your seniors of Jair Rodriguez and Nia Winston go out with injuries, not your seniors, but your senior leaders, Taylor Hill stepped up and became the speedster, kind of the team leader, got the team back on track. Then you had Bethany Crock come out of nowhere, start dominating. On Monday, you had Okivia Bratchett step up and have a great game. So again, who wants to be the hero tonight for Lady Lions? Remember to go like us on Facebook. Obviously, after this last weekend of play, which featured a near buzzer-beating game-winning 3, an overtime Lady Lions victory, and then free tacos for everybody in the Schaefer Center.
You've got to catch the video, right?
There were plenty of highlights to go around without a doubt, so be sure to go to the Facebook page and check out those highlights. Facebook.com/SAGU Sports Live. Give us a like, give us a throw. And also right now, special thing going on in the Waxahachie area. If you're in the area, Chick-fil-A is hosting a special Coaches versus Cancer fundraiser. Go to Chick-fil-A and order any meal, and any meal works because it's at Chick-fil-A. It's amazing. Mention that you're with the Coaches versus Cancer campaign at SAGU, and they will donate $1 for every single transaction that happens. That's all, of course, going to David Bush with this year's massive Coaches versus Cancer campaign at SAGU. So far, the running total at the moment is, so far, we have raised $6,700, and that's the most recent total, but probably does not include several other donations that have come up we haven't been able to calculate yet. So approaching $7,000 with this fundraising being at Chick-fil-A. That'll happen today and tomorrow. So tomorrow. Waxahachie area. 2 days, today and tomorrow. So if you're in the Waxahachie area, be sure you got Chick-fil-A, order something. Add a little milkshake on there because those are amazing as well. And mention that you're with Coaches versus Cancer at SAGU, and they will help the fight as we will continue to try to raise money for our good brother David Bush with his fight with cancer. Well, we're about ready now for starting lineups and national anthems, so let's go down to the court for that.
That you please rise and remove our hats as we honor God in prayer. Then remain standing and face the flag as we honor our nation with the singing of the national anthem, sung by SAGU student Darlise Edwards. Father, we thank you for this day. Lord, thank you for another day that you have made, not promised to us. God, I pray that you continue to protect us and guide us throughout this day into the days ahead. God, I pray for tonight over these players and officials that you protect them from injury. God, we love you and we praise you. And all that we do, it's in Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket
And now the starting lineups for the Lady Rams. At guard, junior, number 1, Erica Cray. At forward, sophomore, number 3, Ariel Callis. At guard, senior, number 12, Kendra Van Zant. At guard, junior, number 14, Shaniqua Thomas. And at guard, senior, number 21, Lakeisha Taylor. Head coach is Maurice Callis. And now the starting lineups for your Lady Lions. At guard, sophomore from Center, Texas, number 10, Okemia Pratchett. At guard, freshman from Waxahachie, Texas, number 13, Taylor Hill. At guard, freshman from San Antonio, Texas, number 22, Bethany Crock. At forward, freshman from Arlington, Texas, number 23, Jessica Sodich. And at center, sophomore from Lufkin, Texas, number 33, Cassie Cox. Head coach for Lady Lions is Arlen Beatles. Assistant coach is Corey Henry.
So there you have it. As usual, not an upperclassman starting for the Lady Lions. It's what it's been all year. This is an important game looking at the standings. Lady Lions stand in 8th, just behind Huston Tillotson. That 8th spot's the one that's being contested right now. The Lady Lions are being chasing behind. They have a 1-game lead at the moment, but the road ahead is treacherous. They have games against all 3 of the top 3 teams, Our Lady of the Lake, Wiley, and Elsa Shreveport, as well as the number 5 team, St. Thomas, this Saturday. St. Thomas handled Lady Lions pretty easily here in the Schaefer Center about a month ago, so it's going to be another tough date for them on Saturday. So this is a very important game with 4 very difficult ones ahead.
Tough ones are right ahead. So Lady Lions really need and can conceivably get this win tonight. A tip handled by the Lions. It's a 3-guard offense, the press team, as Beatles refer to it. Crock, Hill, and Bratchett at the guard points. There's Sodich. Good patient ball movement in the first possession of the game, Tim.
Yeah, shot clock's already down to 5. Crock's got to get a shot off here. She does.
A wild shot, no good. A one-hander floater from Crock. Rebound, Rams. They'll set up for their first possession of the ball game. That's Callis. Now, here's a jumper, mid-range jumper, off the rim, no good from Van Zant. And a whistle.
And you had Shaniqua Thomas under there trying to get it. She is the 5'8" junior who is number 2 in the NAIA in rebounds per game.
2 Rams bumped into each other in that inbound play. Here's a shot from the corner. It's good. Just inside the 3-point line. That's Erica Cray. You mentioned her in the pregame, Tim, and she's got the first points on the board for the Lady Rams.
She is their main scoring threat. Lady Lions progressing the ball down the court slowly.
Ratchet sees a lane, takes it, fouled, helped up by the opposing player. Nice gesture of sportsmanship there from Cray. That'll stick Bratchett at the foul stripe.
200, yeah, 200.
Good aggressiveness by Bratchett. We saw that again on Monday.
20 points, Tim. First one's up and good. She's capable. She showed it. One game like that can show you that she can score.
And she helped the team become more aggressive on Monday. She changed the tone of that game when they were down 10 at the half.
I don't think they win without her, Tim. And there's an offensive rebound from Sodich, or from Hill. Shot no good. Good defense from Hill. Now picked up by Bratchett in transition. And bumped out of bounds by the Lady Rams. That's Van Zant on the defense.
Whistle comes in and Van Zant is called with the hold.
Had to find the ball, looked like. It's like Bo Jackson running down the tunnel. When he scored a touchdown, the ball just left the field.
Croc needs to get this in, and she does.
Sodas can hit from 3. And that time she travels, so it'll be a turnover.
Lady Lions trail 2-1 here early in the first game of our men's and women's doubleheader. SAGU versus Huston Tillotson.
Head coach Maurice Callis in his first year leading the Lady Rams. I'm going to assume that Ariel Callis is some relation, possibly daughter or niece. And now here's a turnover from Huston Tillotson. Get the ball back to Southwestern. No field goals yet for the Lady Lions, just the one free throw from Bratchett. And now a little pressure, Tim, from the Rams, and now here's a steal.
Lady Lions having some
Van
problems with that
Zant
press.
in transition, mid-range jumper from the corner, no good from Callis. Scramble underneath, and it's going to be a foul on Cassie Cox. That'll be her first. That'll put Kendra Van Zant to the line. She's one of the 2 seniors, Tim, on this ball club from Houston, Kilgore College, to transfer.
She makes the second and bumps the lead up to 3-1. Just over 3 minutes into this one. This Coach Boswick press team's going to find a way to get through this press. It's not a stingy one necessarily from the Lady Rams, but it is ever present.
Good ball movement early on in the possession for the Lady Lions so far, and also the first couple possessions. But
shot clock to 7.
Now down to 7, exactly. Now here comes a shot from Hill, and it gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. That'll turn the ball over to Huston Tillotson. Try to do that 10 times in a row. Just try that, Tim. Come on. That's harder to.
James Lex steps in and knocks the ball loose.
James Lex, one of our digital media arts students, steps up in the moment of need.
He's like 6'8", I think, so it was easy for him.
Bonus points for James Lex in all my classes.
Hey, he's 6'8" in the program. What he is in real life, I don't know. Always add like 5 or 6 inches to every guy in the program.
And there's a pass to the referee, and he's not allowed to play basketball. He's allowed to call the play, so that's a turnover. Southwestern will get the ball back. And here comes that pressure again.
And it's not overly aggressive. It's just present. It stays in your face and is daring you to make a long pass so they can step in front of them and pick off.
Exactly. Now Bratchett's in trouble. And now here's a steal from Shaniqua Thomas. Like you said, Tim, just that constant pressure, waiting for one weak pass, and that's what happened as Bratchett tried to get rid of the ball, and it was stolen. And now here is a turnover. Give the ball back to the Lady Lions, and a timeout on the court. Still no field goals for SAGU. It's 16:40 left in the first half, just a 3-1 score. So
both teams very quiet offensively. The Lady Rams hit one field goal early on and hit 1-and-1 on a free throw, and SAGU did the exact same thing with just 1-and-1 on a free throw. Besides that, team's not really even getting good shots, though. We haven't seen a whole lot of really good shots. SAGU's had a couple of rushed because of the shot clock dwindling down. Had a couple of turnovers. Same story for Lady Rams. So 2 teams are trying to get their footing, and what for the Lady Rams is critical for playoff positioning, for the Lady Lions is critical for playoffs in general. Same 5 checked back in on the floor. No roster changes so far. And SAGU will look to find some offense. Definitely a different story on Monday with Lady Lions playing one of the most potent offenses in the AIA. Surrendered 46 in the first half before rallying to
Nice inside pass from Bratchett. Had Sodich in the left block. Sodich unable to finish it, but an offensive board will give the Lady Lions another possession, another crack at it. Now here comes Sodich. And she thought Cox was going to pop out, didn't, at least not enough. And another turnover. Too many turnovers early on from both teams, really, Tim.
And they're pretty easy turnovers, too. They're not steals or whatever. They're just kind of bad passes that are getting scooped up.
There's a 3-ball. That's no good. Kroc clears. Hill can shoot the 3. Croc's got Cox inside, but pass is batted away and picked up by the Rams on up ahead. Again, a soft pass, but looks like it does. The Rams are able to convert that fast break, and on the line will go Shaniqua Thomas. She's a junior from Killeen, Texas. Had to wait for that ball, Tim, but when she got to it, she made her way quickly to the basket.
Yeah, good job of keeping her attention even with the defense catching up to her, puts the ball in. Now the chance for the 3-point play. Sierra Hankins will step in for Kroc.
So now you're going to go to a 2-guard, 3-forward essentially, a 2-guard set. Beatles electing to bring it forward in for a guard. Kroc will take a seat on the bench.
Free throw is good. It's 6-1 Rams.
Hankins, a junior from Welch, Oklahoma, 5'11", the second tallest player on the ball club. Bratchett looking for a seam, still come away with the ball. Sodich for 3, too strong. Good offensive board from Cox, will reset. Hill will try a 3-ball from almost the same location. That rattles in and out, but Cox, an offensive board, puts it back up and in.
Cassie Cox stepping up big with 2 offensive boards on that trip.
And now whistling the other, and they're going to call that probably on Cox as she reached in, and it is going to be a Cox. That'll be her second, Tim.
Second very quickly after she provides 2 key offensive rebounds and puts the ball in to cut the lead to 6-3. And now Thomas will misses the first. Into the game for the Lady Rams comes number 23, Janiqua Moore.
It sounds odd to say this, but if you're the Lady Rams, you almost are okay with this scenario. You give up a bucket, but you get Cox in foul trouble, puts her with 2 fouls early on, just 5 minutes into the game. I'd probably give up a bucket to put the starting center with 2 fouls 5 minutes into the game. So Rams come out on top in that small exchange, and now they lead the ball game 7-3.
Cassie Cox has definitely found herself in her fair share of foul trouble.
And here's a loose
scrum for the ball there.
Yeah, and somehow it ends up in Bratchett's hands. Finds a running, cutting Hill, who delivers off the glass, cuts the lead to 2.
Cross court, and it's good. Kendra Vincent knocks down the 3 and puts the Lady Rams up by 5. The Lions doing a better job of getting this press broken.
Hill now to the left side. She's got Sodich in the left corner. She stops, pops, and drains a 3-ball and answers the Rams' previous 3. Now here, up ahead in transition, finishing off that play is Thomas again, in a timeout, a 30-second timeout from Coach Beatles. Your score at 12-8.
Thomas is just finding her way around the defense, getting open and forcing them to either, again, foul or let her score. That time they wisely just let her go. Don't give her a chance to 3-point play. Well, Lady Lions defense needs to, you can't let the opponent just run by you.
Cox has to back off now, and she knows it with 2 fouls. And Beatles will keep a close eye on her starting senior. You do not want to pick up a 3rd foul just 5-6 minutes into the ball game. So Lady Rams getting some easy points in transition early on. Have a 4-point lead. And here's that mild pressure again. Not really pressure at all, I guess. They back up, and Hill will set up shop. Over to Bratchett. Scored 20 last game. Gets it inside to Hankins off the bench. Out to Hill from the elbow. Cox almost came in with that ball, but Rams pick it up, and now they're looking to score. But they'll back out and run their offense. And Lady Lions show a 2-3 defense. 3 ball. It's going to be short. Cox will handle that one. Out the Hill. She's got Bratchett ahead. No foul call on that contact. And play on. Hill looking for a screen from Cox. Out to Sodich, a long 3, and it is good, on the money. Jessica Sodich.
Defended well. She didn't really have the space you've been looking for to take a 3 from that range. But she just pulled up and hit it. Sodich definitely has turned into the best 3-point shooter on this team.
Got a real smooth release, Tim. I really like when the shot goes off, it looks good every time it leaves her hands. That's what you want to see from a shooter. Too strong off the glass. Hill comes up with a rebound. She'll slow it down and try to put the Lady Lions ahead. They're down just 1 now off that 3-point shot from Sodich. Sodich looked at another one with a head fake. Now here comes Bratchett, too strong off the glass. And here come the Lady Rams again, and now a steal from Bratchett. 1-on-1. And she finishes it. Fakes left, moves right.
The Lady Lions take the lead. Bratchett does a good job recovering from the missed 3. Circles back around, and the pass really went too long. Had a Lady Ram or 2 turning around trying to get to it, and Bratchett just stepped into place.
Like you said, making amends for that errant 3 ball. Kind of makes you want to play a little bit harder when the coach is on his feet. And 3 more subs prepare to come in for the Lions. As the Lions now have their first lead of the ball game, 13-12. And number 13 with the ball, Hill, the freshman from Waxahachie High School right here, just less than a half a mile away, playing for the Lady Lions. Now here's a scoop shot. No good from Bratchett, but an offensive board, and Cox gets from Hankins. Now here's Hill, drives a lane, up and in. An amazing move, cutting through that defense. Taylor Hill puts the Lions up by 3.
The Lady Lions offense has found a way to draw out this Lady Rams defense. Initially, they're having a hard problem getting anything inside, having to settle for outside shots with the shot clock running low. Doing a good job, though, of limiting that.
3 ball, nothing but net. That is Janiqua Moore, the junior from Schertz, Texas. Ties this game at 15 each. Nearing the 10-minute mark in the first half of play. And both teams settling in, Tim, getting into a bit of a rhythm now. Both teams now making some offensive plays from their set work for points. And now Bratchett in trouble, weaves through the defense. Out to Soch, she's hit the first one already. Yeah, has a second one. She's got to her third, that's correct. She has her third. She had one early on in the game.
She's 3 for 3, has 9 points. And yeah, like we said, Jessica Sodich turned into the premier outside shooter for the Lady Lions. Rebound pulled down by, well, the number 2 leading rebounder in the NAIA, Shaniqua Thomas.
Good inside move. Shot no good, a bit too strong. Hankins will come away, Hankins with the rebound. So Sodich with a hot hand now. We'll see if Bratchett looks for her again. 3 for 3 from beyond the 3-point line. She's got the ball again, looking for space. Now 10 on the shot clock. Sodich again, 4 for 4. That one just a bit off, but an offensive board ripped away from Cox. And the Lady Lions will have another go at it. Hankins near the free throw line, out to Bratchett. She'll try a 3. Little short Hankins with an offensive board.
And the Lady Lions doing a great job getting second chances right now.
The bounce pass into Hankins, a little trouble with it. She's able to corral it back. Now inside to Cox. Over to Sodich. Little jumper, and it trickles in. Inside the paint, good positioning to find the open spot in that zone.
That's the very definition of a second chance point.
Fourth chance point.
Because you had some balls almost stripped away from you, but you take the 20-15 lead.
There's a big three, long three, no good from Janiqua Moore. Here come the Lady Lions now, suddenly up 5 points, Tim.
Yeah,
20-15.
Lead. They have, but stolen away here. Erica Cray trying to go coast to coast.
She'll put it up and in. Cray cuts the lead to 3. And there's been no stoppage of play for several minutes with all those offensive rebounds and no fouls. There are several players at the scores table ready to go in, just getting cold feet now.
Almost stolen away, but Hill keeps it alive.
Ratchet. Stolen away, and here comes Cray. And it's going to be a timeout, and there's a timeout called by Beatles. He wants to talk it over.
Cray gets 2 steals, goes coast to coast each time, and cuts the Lady Lions lead back down to 1. So this game kind of in a seesaw battle. Lady Lions kind of down most of the first half, rally back in, take a 5-point lead, but then Erica Cray, the leading scorer for Huston Tillotson, has little problem in cutting that right back down to 1.
And Coach Beatles will bring in 3 fresh players. It'll be Brittany Griffin, Cordia Harberton. She's my wild card. I think she's going to have a big game tonight. Just a feeling. And also checking in the game is Andrea Lugo with guard duty, along with Taylor Hill. And Lugo will bring the ball up the court for the Lady Lions. The 1-point lead and the ball. Nice inside pass from Lugo. Finishing is Hankins. Great court vision from Lugo.
Sierra Hankins having a good start of this game. Some crucial offensive rebounds. Does a good job of just boxing her way out and getting that open shot on the inside. But yeah, good job by Lugo being aware of that. Seeing the open lane.
Cray now looking for help inside. Trying to crack that 2-3 zone defense. Shot no good. Hill, the guard, comes away with the rebound. She crashed the boards. Here's Harberton. Nice inside pass to Hankins. Gave up an open look for a better look to get it to her teammate, Sierra Hankins, who's fouled going up. Great quick decision. Cordia was about to let that thing fly and saw a better option, Tim.
Yeah, and Hankins goes up strong and draws the foul, hits the first free throw. Lady Lions now up 23-19.
Against the number 7 team right now in the Red River, who are 8-8 right now in conference play, 10-15 overall. The Lions 8-16. So Lady Rams showing a bit better record in the win-loss column, but right now they find themselves behind by 5. And Lady Lions hanging tough.
Well, they have with every opponent so far, as of late at least. They've done a good job of staying very relevant. Drive by Cray, falls short.
Not a bad move inside, just let that ball release a bit too short. Now, Lady Lions will come back down over to Hankins, tipped away, looking for Hill. Lugo has Harberton on the wing, and she'll launch it from the wing. A little too strong, but Hill almost came up with that board.
Kiva Castro. She's trying to fake off the defense there, but she'll have a chance to dishes it back out.
Here comes Van Zandt. Shot no good. Hankins will clear that rebound. And Lugo looking for Hill in the corner, stolen by the Lady Rams, and here comes Van Zandt. Over to Moore, now a 3-ball from Castro. An offensive board from Cray.
Good movement to find the open Castillo.
Castillo.
But she couldn't quite connect, but Craig gets the weak side rebound. Lady Lions 2-3 defense, as always, proving to be a tough thing to score.
It's a good shot. Good spot. Hitting for that one is Lakiva Castillo from Houston, Texas, the sophomore. Cuts the lead back to 3.
To get past the Lady Lions defense, you have to have good passing. If your passing is good enough, you can draw them to the wrong side and find an open lane. But if you have weak passing, it's not going to happen.
Now, looks like the Lady Rams are showing what appears to be a 2-1-2 defense, where the middle player shifts up right in the middle of the paint. Take a look at that on the way back down again. You don't see that very often, but a 2-1-2. Nice move inside, off the left side of the basket. And drawing the foul is Van Zandt. That's going to be called on Hankins. They'll put her on the foul line. Been a fast first half, Tim. 4:34 left.
It has, and that testament to the fact it's been only 6 combined fouls for the two teams. Lady Lions shooting 40% early on, pretty good.
Eight turnovers already. Look at that ball, just hang and go in. Hankins goes down on that rebound attempt.
Cassie Cox is your overall rebound leader. She already has 6 rebounds on the game. Jessica Sotis, who's just checked back in, has 11 points through the first half already. Sierra Hankins has 4. SAGU is out rebounding Lady Rams 16-9 with 7 offensive boards.
Nice up and under move from Harberton. Good strong shot, but unable to get that to fall. Now a strong move inside and stopped up right near the block. A hand deflecting the ball away, but Lady Rams still recover with about 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Lady Lions in that 2-3 pesky defense that can swarm in a hurry. Oh, and a mugging on the inside. And that's going to be an easy whistle.
Foul coming against Harberton.
So Harberton.
5th on the Lady Lions, and it will send Lakiva Castillo to the line. She hits it.
We're tied again, and Hankins will take a seat. I think Beatles is concerned about perhaps an ankle. Hankins moving a little bit slower than usual. She's was hobbling down the court the last time, Tim.
Yeah, she fell after that second free throw attempt. So
there's an offensive board from Houston Tillotson. They get another look at it. Looking to take the lead back. Now driving the zone is Cray. Now here's a long three-pointer straight from the middle of the court, no good. Cox clears, gets it out to Lugo.
Rolled out and Castillo there. And Lugo comes down the floor. There's Harberton. Off the mark. The ball will stay with SAGU.
Nice. Now I think
it was ruled off of Van Zandt.
I think the reason the Rams are going with that 2-1-2 is it's preventing, it makes it harder for Cox to get the ball when she pops out at the front of the free throw line.
Croc steps in for Harberton. Sodic, your points leader for the game right now with 11 overall. 3 for 5 from three-point range for her.
See, right there, waiting to meet Cox is a defender who's already there.
Sodic again.
How about that? She's 4 for 5, Tim.
4 for 6 now.
4 for 6 from three-point land.
14 points. Puts the Lady Lions back up by 3. Jessica Sodic stepping up. She has 14 of 27 points. Over half of the scoring has come courtesy of the Slash, volleyball and basketball star now. Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, Jessica Sodic.
I was just watching the 30 for 30 Bo Jackson video today. Caught some of that before the ball game, and he was an amazing dual athlete. And we have several here at SAGU with Cassie Cox and Jessica Sodic, indeed.
Croc loses control on the drive. Shot clock is down to 7, and a travel called on Brittany Griffin.
Yeah. Vito's telling her just to shoot it.
And that was a problem against Southwest early on. Lady Lions just not quite aggressive enough at the trigger yet. Making one too many passes that result in a turnover, or taking too long and having a shot clock violation, traveling when you just should take the shot. That's something that grows with age. It's just the courage and the veteranness of being able to take that shot when you feel like you have it. Not feeling like you have to just be a team player and dish it off again.
Exactly. There's a 3-ball that rattles in the left side of the rim and swishes through, and that knots it up again. 27 each. Now under a minute 30 remaining. Hill's not afraid to shoot. She'll take it if she's open. Gets it back to Lugo. He'll try a 3. It looked good coming off, and it is good going in. Andrea Lugo, the junior from San Antonio, puts the Lady Lions back up by 3 on a smooth-looking 3-point shot.
Lady Lions very efficient from 3-point range here in the first half. And it's currently showing. Croc,
that was a short pass.
Yeah. Bounced off of
pass.
Cray's face.
How about that? Stops and pops right in front of the defender. That is Kendra Van Zant.
And it's turned into a 3-point duel here in the Schaefer Center between these two teams. Not necessarily known for the 3-point shooting abilities, but they are making it work.
Good
right
inside
now.
pass to Cox, and she'll finish it. Wow.
Strong move by Cassie Cox, finding a way to get that in.
And a great pass to get it to her.
Shot clock is at 23, game clock's at 29, so about a 6-second differential as we approach the half. Lady Rams will try to run as low as they can before shooting.
3-ball, too strong. Griffin grabs the weak side rebound. They're going to have to hurry now. Now 10 seconds left. Lugo should look for an open shot. She's got an open lane. Blocked. Griffin, 2 seconds left. Got to get off in a hurry, and unable to do so. Asking for the foul. None called, and we've reached halftime here at the Schaefer Center, and a 3-point barrage from Jessica Sodich, 4 for 6, has helped propel the Lady Lions to a 32-30 lead here at the Schaefer Center.
Yeah, they've done a good job of staying tight. At first it seemed like Huston Tillotson might have the better of them. They opened up very slow on defense. This is a game that about 4 minutes in was just 3-1. So the two teams definitely found a way to start clicking better offensively. And the Lady Lions finding success from 3-point range. Same story with Lady Rams, though. Like the progression of what Lugo did the last few times down the court. Knocking down the 3, getting some key assists. And it has the Lady Lions up by 2 at the half.
Coming up, game 2 of our doubleheader, the number 13 ranked SAGU Lions will do battle against the Huston Tillotson Rams, looking for win number 13 in a row, which currently I believe is still the number 3 longest current winning active streak in the NAI Division I. Stay tuned for that game at the conclusion of this game, probably around 7:30 or so, give or take a few minutes.
See the two teams getting out, warming up at the moment. Well, we'll have first half stats for you momentarily. We're just about to go down to the court, though, for an interview with Bianca Aracone. So we'll be back to that in just a moment. We had good first half of Lady Lions. Always want to have the lead at halftime. Always want to be able to, improve on that lead the moment the half starts. So that's very key in what your game plan is for this game. I wouldn't call it a must-win, but yeah, you really, really need it. All right, let's go to Bianca now with Coach Henry.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with assistant coach Corey Henry. Now, Coach, the Lady Lions offense have really found a way to draw out the Rams defense. What's our offensive strategy going into the second half?
Well, we have to stay aggressive on offense. I think the girls have done a tremendous job, not only just on the offensive end, but as far as offensive rebounding. Defensive rebounding, doing a terrific job there. Right now, I think if there's anything that stands out to me is our overall rebounding efforts. I don't know what the count is right now. I haven't seen the stats yet, but I know we're doing a tremendous job on the boards tonight.
Yeah, we know that the offense have been doing an extremely good job at rebounding. And for right now, we're currently beating the 7th-ranked team in the Red River Athletic Conference. How important is it for the ladies to take the win tonight for our own standings?
it's crucial. I mean, we have to go out and get a win tonight in order to keep us there in that hunt for that at least that 8th spot in the conference. So, I mean, we just got to keep it up, keep playing hard, hitting some shots like we're doing, and rebounding, and we'll be in good shape.
Thanks so much, Coach, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Bianca Alarcon, Rob and Tim, back to you.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Bianca. We'll take a quick commercial break, back with some important stats, more game analysis. Stay tuned. You're watching basketball here at SAGU Sports Live. Welcome back to the Schaefer Center as you see the men warming up, preparing for their action in Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. Right now we're at halftime, and Lady Rams are trailing Lady Lions 32-30. And Tim, some first half stats to share.
First half stats, well, it wasn't exactly a stellar shooting half for either team. Lady Lions narrow lead in that category, 40% to 37%. Overall rebounds, so you heard Coach Henry saying he hadn't seen the stats yet. Well, here they are. Lady Lions out-rebounded the Lady Rams 20-12, including an 8-4 margin on offensive rebounds. That's a big deal going against one of the best offensive rebounder, well, the best offensive rebounder in the AIA with Shaniqua Thomas. So they're up 8-4 on that right there. Fouls are negligible. Three-pointers, very even battle. Lady Lions 5 for 13. Lady Rams 4 for 12. Free throws, not really an issue at this point. 6 for 9 for Lady Rams, 3 for 4 for Lady Lions. Lady Lions definitely too many turnovers. They had 9 compared to just 5 for Lady Rams. Both teams with the largest lead of 5. So you see Lady Lions shooting and rebounding a little bit better. Lady Rams forcing more turnovers, getting to the line a few more times. That's why you have such a close game right now, is these two teams have played it close, and that's what this stat sheet shows.
Well, and the steals, the Rams actually have more steals, a 63 advantage over the Lions. But really, let's talk about the only player, Tim, right now in double figures is Jessica Sodich, the sophomore from Avila. 4 out of 6 from three-point land, 5 for 9 overall from the field. No free throws yet. 14 points.
Yeah, 14 points is not a shabby first half point total no matter what you're playing. And that right there is great for Jessica Sodich stepping up. The nearest Lady line behind her has 4. There's a couple, 3 players tied with 4. So 14 is obviously the reason why they are in this position. Her clutch three-point shooting. Drea Lugo stepped in late. She hit a three-pointer, has an assist as well. Looking for the Lady Rams, Shaniqua Thomas, the number 2 rebounder in the AIA, only has 1 rebound in the first half. So well below her average, obviously, but she did have 3 steals that she forced herself. So good job there for her. Leading scorer is actually Kendra Vincent. Not the typical leading scorer, obviously Erica Cray is, although Vincent had a decent game last time the two teams met. So it is a very interesting.
She averages 10. She's the 4th leading scorer for the Lady Rams, already with 9. So having a great game.
Yeah, so she's almost to her average just through 1 half of play. Assists, the Lady Lions have 7 assists overall, which is always good to see. Get that ball moving across the court really well. We're seeing some precise passing. 3 of those assists coming in from Okivia Pratchett. Only 3 points, not near the 20 she scored the other night, obviously, but 3 assists on top of that, very helpful. I'm sorry, I'm reading turnovers. 1 assist, 3 turnovers. Had my things messed up, but still, good game from her so far. Lady Lions with 9 turnovers overall. Like I said, you got to get that number down. Too many sequences ending without a chance to get a good shot.
Any adjustments you see just from point blank looking at the broad scope that you think Vitos will be telling his team at halftime?
Well, I mean, I think right now you're doing a pretty good job of getting your shots to fall the way you want to play. You got some good inside passes to Sierra Hankins and Cassie Cox. That's kind of your inside players. You got Jessica Sodich doing a great job on the outside. Hopefully maybe Lugo or Hill can light up from the outside and really have a massive threat there. I would think your changes have to be on defense. The Lady Rams were, I think, consistently getting those breakaways early on. They were getting those fast breaks down the court. They cut them down by the end of the half, but that's something you really need to limit and make happen maybe once or twice.
That's what I see. They've got to get back. It's called transition defense. You've got to get back in a hurry. The perfect example was Cox made a great move inside, scored the layup, and then got beat down the court and committed a foul about 10 seconds later because she had to provide help defense because the rest of her teammates weren't set up for defense yet.
Yeah, he's got to do a better job preventing that from happening. So it's one of those things where overall, when you lock Tillotson into place, man them up with your 3-on-2, not doing that bad of a job, limiting what they can do. Obviously, they're just shooting 37%. You got to be better in transition in the second half, without a doubt. We're about 6.5 minutes out from the start of the second half. go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you here on SAGU Sports Live.
And welcome back to the Schaefer Center. And we're about a minute left until the beginning of the second half of play. Lady Lions hold a 2-point advantage, 32-30 your score against the Huston Tillotson Lady Rams. And Tim, the next 5 games as we near the end of the season are right in front of us, all in February as we wrap up the season of play here.
The next 5 are the last 5. So you look ahead and you see why tonight's game is so important. On Saturday, of course, Lady Lions will be taking on the St. Thomas Lady Celts down in Houston. They have 9 days off after that, where they'll take on Northwood here at home. That'll just be 1 game. The men will not be playing Northwood. That is actually a non-conference game, so we'll count to their overall schedule, but not in the conference standings. Only 4 conference games left, and those 4 teams, St. Thomas, Our Lady Lake, Wiley, and LSU Shreveport, are 4 of the best teams in the River Conference. So it's going to be a very tough, grueling stretch to finish the season off. That's why tonight's game is so crucial as Lady Lions fight for that 8th seed. 3 home games left. All, of course, will be on SAGU Sports Live, so stay tuned for times on those.
And be sure to check out our Facebook page. SAGU Sports Live is the search engine you want to type in the search engine, and you'll find all the latest highlights, information, and videos that Tim Roberts, our editor extraordinaire, puts together to show you, our viewers, the best and brightest of all the action here in SAGU Sports Live as we are set for second half play here in the Schaefer Center. As the Lady Lions do get the ball in now. Hill will get the ball back in. Lugo is getting the second half start off the bench in the first half. She'll get the nod over Bratchett.
Hill out the top. Shot clock will hit 10. Lady Lions have to reset. They'll have to find a way to get something off here.
The Rams have come out with a man-to-man defense.
Cassie Cox just sort of flings it up there.
Yeah.
With the shot clock running out on her.
Little different look defensively. The 2-1-2 is not what the Lady Rams show in the first minute of the second half. A tough man-to-man defense. The Lady Lions will stick to that 2-3 defense that they're used to playing. Now here's a move inside, up and under. Layup attempt no good. Hankins with the rebound. Up ahead to Lugo, who now's got Hill. And that finds its way off the backboard, the back of the rim, and decides to fall through and gives the Lady Lions a 4-point lead on a nice transition basket.
That's what we want to see from them. Better transition play. We see it on offense now, and they respond well on defense. See if they can keep it up. This crucial match. Very similar to the first game played this year.
Yeah, here's a steal from Lugo. That's what that 2-3 defense will do for you on a weak pass.
In the first game down in Austin, Texas, the game was tied at 26 at the half.
Lugo falls down. Looks like she landed on her wrist. But she's okay.
Sodich almost swats that one away. Just threaded through her arms.
Now Van Zant with 20 on the shot clock. Over to Cray. Cray, the leading scorer for the Lady Rams. Now over to Van Zandt again. She drives through the lane. Nice dish pass up and in, and good to Thomas. Shaniqua Thomas now getting on the board in the second half.
Excellent pass inside. Drew all the defensive Sierra Hankins onto her, and then flipped it out for the easy layup.
Thomas now with
equally
8.
Good down the court. Again in transition, finding Sierra open at the baseline. And the Lady Lions go back up by 4. Sierra now has 6 points on the night.
Bend your knees. Let's go. Come on, come on.
And the Rams take almost 10 seconds just to get the ball up and play with no defensive pressure. McCray, jump shot from the baseline is good. Good release. Had the separation. Cuts the lead to 2. Now here come the Lady Rams pressure again, Tim. That kind of a mild pressure is broken. Lugo now steps up over to Cox, back out to Hill. Now 10 on the shot clock. Hill launches a 3. Looks good from here. Right behind our broadcast table. It's good. We knew that was going in. We could tell from our site.
The Lady Lions on offense seem to be pushing the Lady Rams in, kind of forcing them to kind of converge in the middle of the court. That's leaving that outside open. Hill had all day to set up and launch that one.
Driving penetration and a whistle called. I think it's going to be called on Hankins on a nice drive in from Erica Cray down the right side. Drew the attention of Hankins.
That'll be her second of the game. Just over 3 minutes into this one, Lady Lions holding a 5-point lead. That's the largest of the night for them, tied for the largest. But Cray misses the first free throw, so it'll remain 5. And a timeout is called by Huston Tillotson, a full timeout to try to talk things over, as the Lady Lions have done a decent job out of the gate to stretch their lead to 5.
They'll need to make an adjustment offensively with that man-to-man pressure defense that the Lady Rams are now showing. And Beatles likely talking that over as well, taking advantage of the timeout called by the Lady Rams.
Well, they found him falling asleep on that last time, I think. Again, they kind of forced him to the inside, and that let Taylor Hill kind of trail off to the outside. She was uncovered, and then she just got to square up when she was taking a practice shot right there. So that was very well executed. Sometimes, you know, you see the defense fall asleep, but sometimes the offense makes the defense fall asleep by the way they ran down there. Lady Lions did a good job of it there.
Dating back to 2005-06 season, these two ball clubs are even at 7-7. SAGU is 4-2 at home, 3-5 down in Austin at the Mary Branch Gym, the home court for the Huston Tillotson University Rams. It'll be tough for the Lady Lions to catch the Rams in the 7th position, but really, like you said, this is their best shot to win. If you had to say a ball game, this is the one, because the next 4 are going to be a lot tougher.
And we mentioned at the beginning of this whole run, they have to beat a team with a better record than them. You can't just pick on the teams below you. There's not enough of them right now. And so this is the game you've got to find a way to win to hopefully maybe move 2 games ahead of those teams below you with, 3 or 4 conference games remaining for most teams. Just find a way to hold that 8th spot. And again, you got to go into every game with the mindset of pull off a win, even though you're going to get some very tough teams. Our Lady Lake only has 1 loss on the year. Wiley's great.
Here's Hill with the 3. Shot no good.
And it'll stay here with the Lions. So you have to go into every game like you're going to win, obviously. You can't just say, oh, well, they're this much better on the standings and on the box score than we are, so let's just mail it in. You got to play, because we saw the Lady Lions play Langston within 1 point. They played a great game at Wiley, and they get Wiley here at home for their next bout.
Nice pass inside from Sodich. Almost a no-look pass. Trying to figure out that man-to-man defense. Sodich got the ball inside, knew where Hankins was. Passed before she turned her head to see where the ball was going, because she knew Hankins was there, and almost threaded the needle on that pass.
Great job. Hankins just couldn't quite make the layup go in.
Skip pass over to Van Zant. Now 6 on the shot clock. She's going to have to fire this up. She does from 3. Short, weak side rebound. Sodich clears to Lugo. And the Lions look to add to their 4-point lead.
This is where the Lady Lions need to keep on forcing missed shots. It makes the Lady Rams back off. They can't force their full court press. Gives Lady Lions, even though it hasn't forced a lot of turnovers, lets them get down the court faster, more time to set up a shot. They are down to 7, though, on the shot clock now.
Hill drives inside, throws up a little 6-foot floater, and it floats right through down the baseline.
Lady Lions go up by 6.
There's an inside move. And a foul on Thomas. That's going to be committed by, is that Cox, Tim?
No, it's going to come against Lugo.
Lugo?
So sigh of relief there, because that would be Cox's 3rd foul. So it's on Lugo, just a second on the Lady Lions in the half, 5 minutes in. No fouls on Huston Tillotson yet. Shot is good. Lead is back down to 5. Lady Lions now have 2 scorers in double digits. Taylor Hill is at 11 after that last basket. SAGU. So really right now you're looking at Sodich and Hill. 25 of the 41 points for the Lady Lions.
All of our images brought to you by our outstanding SAGU student body, digital media arts students, most of them, providing you all the visuals and outstanding camera work. And many of our folks behind the scenes are students, led by our Amazing producer John Cookman, Director of Media Services. Glad to bring the broadcast today here at the Schaefer Center. Welcome to all of our Houston Tillotson viewers watching down in Austin. Stay tuned for the second game of our doubleheader. And here's a turnover here right near midcourt.
Over and back call on the Lady Lions.
We are proud to be the only NAIA school delivering high-definition internet sports broadcasting in the nation, right here in Waxahachie, Texas.
A second turnover of the half Lady Lions, committing 9 in the first half. They're shooting 50% so far in the second half, though, so good shooting. And they've kept Houston Tillotson shooting 40%.
There's a shot, 3-ball, no good from Cray.
Come, Jimmy, go with it.
Cray just 6 points at the halftime. Break. I believe she's still scoreless on the second half. Hill run the left side. Tough defense applied from Lakeisha Taylor. Now a pick from Hankins, frees up Bratchett with 5 on the shot clock. Hill backs in, spins, sends up a shot, no good. Struggle for the rebound, and Hankins comes down, grabbing her right elbow. She's in pain. Unable to pull that rebound in, and her arm still not looking like she's up to full speed, and I'm not sure she can go much longer on the court. Wincing in pain now. Hankins in the middle. We'll see how she does on defense. As the Lady Lions continue to show that 2-3 set.
Oh! Ball comes loose. Here's a transition chance.
Ratchet, strong move.
Very
a soft
strong
touch
move.
with a strong move equals 2 more points for the Lady Lions. 43-37 now.
She was trying to fake off both defenders, but she couldn't. They both stood their ground, did not take the bait to go on Taylor Hill, so she had to go up against both of them.
There's an errant pass, picked up now by Bratchett. She's got Cox on the right side. Cox back out to Bratchett, over a short pass to Hankins, who lets a jump shot go and cycles in and out. And now Hankins looking to Beatles, asking to come out. I think her right elbow, her right arm is bugging her, and that release wasn't as smooth as she wanted it, and Griffin will come in for Hankins. It's not often, Tim, that the player, Tim, asked to be taken out, but Hankins is actually doing that. She's injured.
And yeah, you know if Sierra Hankins asked to be taken out that she's hurt something. That shot will fall. It is right on the dot. The first field goal in 5 minutes for Houston Tillotson.
Today, and Hankins is hoping for a foul. She might even commit one to get out. She's in pain. Now here's finally a whistle. That'll give Hankins the break she's requested, and Brittany Griffin will check in for her, and the trainers will look over Hankins. Looks like to be her right forearm or right elbow. Hope to see her back in action in a few minutes, but she'll slip out.
You definitely want to see Hankins right now. She has already on the game pulled down 5 rebounds and has 6 points, so having a good game right now. Doing exactly what is asked of her, to be strong inside.
So it's inside to Griffin. Try to get the ball out in the wing, deflected. Rams pick it up, looking to cut into that 4-point lead. A big, long, high-arching 3-ball is good from the hands of Lakeisha Taylor. She's a senior, one of the 2 seniors for the Lady Rams. She's from Chilton, Texas, a University of Mary Hardin Baylor transfer. Knocks that one down, cuts the lead to 1. And we're nearing 11:30 left in this ball game. Now Hill for 3. Hits the top of the backboard, but looky here. Sodich had it now, stolen away by Van Zandt. Griffin with an amazing block. Now the other way, Sodich up ahead to Bratchett. They've got numbers. Over to Hill, now to Cox. No whistle, but she's able to put it up and in.
Brittany Griffin left alone on the island back there, facing down 2 Lady Rams. Gets the block, and up in transition, Cassie Cox fights through some very strong defense and finds a way to put that up and in. Gives Lady Lions another 3-point lead.
And although she was the farthest person probably from the basket when that ball was scored, there's another shot there from Taylor. Although she was the farthest person away from the ball when it went in the hoop, credit Griffin for making those 2 points happen.
Oh, yeah, no, because that was very easily going to be a layup, and the Lady Ram lead. But Griffin just stood her ground and did a good job of not fouling, just read the ball, not the person. You have to, in that situation, you kind of have to know where the ball is, make a play only on it. Don't worry about trying to block the person out. So great block by Griffin. This is, however, a 1-point game with just over 10 minutes remaining, not quite halfway through the second half. Looking at the latest stats, Lady Lions and Lady Rams shooting almost exactly the same. Lady Lions around 42%, Lady Rams 40%. Lady Lions have cooled off from three-point range, just 1 for 4 in the second half.
Sodich still at 14 points, Tim, but now leading in double figures, entering double figures is Taylor Hill with 11.
Kendra Vinzant having a great game. She has 11 points for the Lady Rams, as well as 6 rebounds. So she's their leading rebounder, leading point scorer, tied for the lead in assists, tied for the lead in steals. She has 3 steals, 3 assists, 11 points, and 6 rebounds. That's a full game right there.
Indeed.
I'm not going to put the triple-double call out yet, but she's having a nice game all around. Kendra Vinzant.
Pass over to Hill, who launches a 3. She's got it. A great pass from Cox, inside and out, finds the open Hill beyond the 3-point arc, puts the Lady Lions back up by 4. Hill now with 14. She ties Sodich for the team and game high.
Foul coming in here, and it's against Cassie Cox. That's her 3rd. So with just over 10 minutes remaining, Cassie Cox has entered foul trouble.
But she will stay in the game. Beatles electing to keep her in the game for now.
Well, essentially your problem is, at this point in the game, usually you would substitute out Cassie Cox with Sierra Hankins. She is unavailable at the moment. Still getting tended to for possibly an elbow injury.
3 balls good. That is Lakiva Castillo draining the 3. Cuts the lead back to 1.
She's 2 for 4 from 3-point range tonight. It's the 5th 3-pointer for the Lady Rams. They answer Taylor Hill's strike right back.
There's an inside pass, a nice inside pass. Cox looks to get it out to Bratchett. Cox with an offensive board, though. Could have taken that up last time. No whistle. Great defense from the Rams. Just picked that ball out of Cox's hands. Now on the other end, several shots off the glass. Finally, the ball dribbles out of bounds. We'll keep it right here. The Rams will get the ball back. Now here coming back into the game is Hankins. So
and that's a relief to see. Hankins will come in. And Cassie Cox will sit with 3 fouls for the moment. You don't want to get that 4th at this point. The 4th foul means a lot less with about 2 minutes left than 9.
And 9:18 left, absolutely. Now, a quick shot from the left side is good. It's a 2-pointer just inside the 3-point arc. And now the Lady Rams have recaptured the lead. And a quick foul in the backcourt is going to be called on Vinzant. But the Lady Rams, Tim, have fought back and have retaken the lead.
Now that's the 3rd foul on Kendra Vinzant. We just told you what kind of game she's having, leading the Lady Rams in 4 different categories, or at least tied for the lead in 4 different categories. But that is her 3rd foul with 9:05 remaining. So you now have Cassie Cox, who has to take a seat with foul trouble. We'll see if Vinzant stays in the game. She's been the biggest threat so far.
Oh.
Slight accident with the cheerleaders over here,
Yeah,
but
if you heard a little rumble, it was the crowd making sure that the cheerleader was okay. She did get up, but I could feel her head hit the ground on my feet, with my feet. There was a little pop there. Glad to see her back up on her feet again. So it's kind of scary there.
We'll see if she re-enters the game. She seems to be okay.
Well, she re-enters the cheering at the next time out. So we're on the injury watch for the cheerleaders and ball players. here at the Schaefer Center tonight, 49-48. Lady Rams have retaken the lead after trailing much of the second half. 9 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Just 3 fouls committed by the Lions and just 2 committed by the Lady Rams, so neither team even approaching really the bonus situation.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation when you realize how neither team is in foul trouble. You have 2 of the key players in foul trouble. Having a conversation over here at the bench. It's possible that the Lady Rams are contesting the foul count for Kendra Van Zandt.
And play has resumed here at the Schaefer Center with the Lions. Lady Lions will get the ball back, trying to reclaim the lead. Hill stolen away from Castillo, and she gives the Lady Rams a 3-point lead.
Getting some clarification there, the Lady Rams were contesting whether that was a 2 or a 3. Clearly a 2, though. Her foot was about a foot or 2 in front of the 3-point line.
Skip pass over to Harberton. She stops. Good shot. Didn't get it to fall. Hankins, offensive board. That one doesn't fall, but it'll stay right here. Harberton, a good look, freed herself. Unable to get that one to fall. And then Hankins now battling back with some strong offensive play. Now Bratchett gets it into Hankins. Near the free throw line, Hill a long 3. And it is true.
And the Lady Lions needed that. Starting to stutter a little bit. Go down by 3, but Hill ties it up. Here's a response, though, and it is good.
Make it rain. Both teams now
Castillo knocked down
lighting
another
up the 3-point shots, Tim.
They've been accurate when they've tried them. You haven't seen a lot of desperation threes, and even when they've missed, they've been on target, or at least, you know, you understood why they took it.
Now here, Harberton, mid-range jumper, no good. Off the mark again. Here come the Lady Rams, nursing a 3-point lead, and a whistle, and she gets the roll, and it's good. That'll count. And going to the line for the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, Erica Cray, the junior, 5'4" junior, slicing through the transitional defense, will attempt to put the Lady Rams up by 6. Your score 56-51. Now 7:45 remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, dangerous territory for the Lady Lions. You've done a good job of controlling the second half for the most part. But now you're down by 6. A quick turn of events. Lady Rams turning up the defensive pressure, forcing some steals. And again, we've seen Lady Lions have problems in transition.
Pickpocket from Cray. Takes it right from Bratchett's hands. Another quick 2.
And the lead is now 8.
Lady Lions led this ball game 39-34 with 16:40 left about 9 minutes ago, and now it's reversed and then some. Now the Lady Rams with an 8-point advantage, and the tide slowly shifting, Tim, over towards Huston Tillotson's side.
It really is, and we're seeing their defense turn it on, forcing more turnovers. The Lady Lions said they couldn't have too many in the second half. They're committing them right now, and in transition, Lady Rams doing a good job. Shot clock is down to 5. Have to get a shot up.
Here the shot does go up. Off the mark, and here comes Cray again. Hankins got to be careful. Layup attempt, no good. Hankins able perhaps just to deflect that shot just enough or cause Cray some distress, and the Lions will escape that fast break attempt. Nice inside pass over to the cutting Cox.
Excellent job. That was essentially just a fake. They looked like she was about to drive inside, try to make him close that lane. All it did was open up a passing lane to get it inside to Cassie Cox. Lady Lions cut the lead back down to 6.
Long three, good again from Lakiva Castillo.
And Castillo.
And Coach Beatles wants to talk it over, and the Lady Rams have extended their lead, Tim, to 9.
And Lakiva Castillo is just doing an excellent job knocking down threes. Let's go over to the stands now where Tyler Evans is standing by with a fan. Over to you, Tyler.
Thanks, guys. Here I have Becca Denny, the president of the Honor Society, the Education Honor Society here at SAGU, Kappa Delta Pi. Now, I know you have a major event coming up tomorrow called Dear Day, where students from our school go to other schools and read to students. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, basically, Dear Day is drop everything and read, and it's a community-wide event, and people from all over the community go to K through 8th grade, and they read to the students. So it's really great for the college students to get into the community and read to the younger kids, because they really look up to them, and they like to see them in the classroom and ask them questions about college, and especially the athletes. They love to see them, so it's really fun.
So cool. So I know your organization has been around for a while, but this semester you've really revamped it. What do you see for the future of it?
Well, this semester we became a student-affiliated organization, so we're just going to do a lot of stuff in the community with children's hospitals and the elementary schools in the area, so it should be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, Becca. This is Tyler Marie reporting from the stands. Back to you, Robinson.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Tyler. Great reporting from our outstanding crew, Miss Bianca and Miss Tyler.
Lady Lions find themselves down in a 9-point hole now, needing to start putting together a rally. Look at the Lady Rams. They've opened up some big scorers all of a sudden.
And there's a pass, it looked like it was meant for Hankins. Hill picked it up, and now an offensive putback attempt from Cox, no good. And the Rams now look to extend this lead to 11, maybe 12.
Your leading scorer is now Lakiva Castillo. She had just 6 points at about 15 minutes left of the second half. She's now at 17 points, so 11 points over about the last 10 minutes.
She's caught
for
fire.
Lakiva Castillo.
Short jumper is good, and that is Callis, Ariel Callis from Friendswood, Texas, a transfer from Snyder College. He's a sophomore. Puts that through up about 16 feet.
And we're sneaking up on the 5-minute mark.
Now here's a move from Lugo. Out to Hill. They need something.
Mark.
How about Sodich?
Crucial mark in the second half. If you only got 5 minutes left, you're running out of time.
Look at that move, streaking through the paint. Hill came out of nowhere. That's a quick way to score, too. I barely saw it myself. Streaking through the paint.
That's what you need. You need quick scores, and you see Huston Tillotson here content to run about 25 seconds off the clock every time they go down the court, holding a 9-point lead, and a timeout is called from the Huston Tillotson sideline. 9-point Lady Ram lead. Lady Lions needing some quick responses here. Looking at the latest stats coming in, Lakiva Castillo is now 4 for 6 from 3-point range. She has 17 points. There are 4 Lady Rams in double digits. Shaniqua Thomas has 10 points. Erica Cray has 16. Kendra Van Zant has 11. And Lakiva Castillo has 17. Lady Lions, Taylor Hill now leads with 19 points. Jessica Sodich has 14. Cassie Cox has 8 points and 10 rebounds, so she's closing in on a possible double-double herself.
Sodich still shut out in the second half, Tim.
She has had
stuck at 14. And the Lions have been outscored 21 to 32. They've been outscored by 11 points in the second half by the Lady Rams, mostly off the hot hand of Castillo. Steals
from the Lady Rams. Erica Cray has 16 points, 4 assists, and 4 steals. So a great game coming out of her right now.
And that's the difference in the ball game right there. You get doubled up on steals, leading to some quick points, some open threes. More possessions, like you like to say, more possessions usually equals a win. Now here's a missed layup attempt and blocked and swatted from Sodich, but the Rams come up with the loose ball. Now nearing 4:30 left, the 9-point lead, and the Rams content to burn more time off that shot clock, Tim.
Yeah, they just run it down, try to get it around to 4 minutes.
You don't want to get a foul, but a whistle is called. Nice inside move from Callis, and I think Hankins is going to get called for the infraction will put Callis back at the free throw stripe.
Lady Rams shooting 71% from the line tonight. Lady Lions have yet to attempt a throw here in the second half. They've only shot 4 all game, so they did a good job of getting to the line the other night. Not the case tonight, just 4 free throw attempts.
And both are good from Callis and pushes the lead to 11, and it's go time. If you're the Lady Lions, you need some points, and some points pretty fast, and some turnovers, so you don't want to wait till there's 2 or 3 minutes left. You're at 4. It's time to get at least 3 back right now. Sodich has had the hot hand in the first half. Now over inside. Now here's a steal, looking for a cutting Croc. And finishing off the fast break is who else? Castillo. Again.
19 points now.
Didn't even start the game. Off the bench with 19. Leads all scorers. Hill with a little trouble. Has to dive for it, and it's going to be a turnover. Check that, Croc, not Hill. Croc unable to bring that ball into possession, and Castillo, 19 points to lead the way. Off the bench has pushed the Lady Rams to a comfortable 13-point lead now. Sorry, 13-point lead with 3.5 remaining. And Tim, at this point, do you start fouling if you're the Lady Lions?
It's too soon to foul. Well, there's a foul right there, though. And it will, I believe, be ruled in the act of shooting. So it'll be a 2-shot foul. 6th foul of the half for Lady Lions, as they have found themselves down by 13 points. Just over 3 minutes remaining.
Well, you have to hope for some misses, obviously, at the foul stripe, get the rebounds, and with the clock not moving, that's what you need to hope for. The first one does fall in for Callis. Second one is also good. Lead now 15. And Sodich, Croc, all capable of hitting the 3-point shot, as is Hill. Lugos hit some threes, but a steal and a hard foul, frustration foul from Lugo.
And the turnovers are mounting for the Lady Lions now. Latest count, they had 16. Make at least 17 or 18 now, as we have hit 3:03 left. Lady Lions are in a 15-point hole, a game that they led by 5 in this half, as many as 6. Look, they led by 6 with 15:10 remaining. 12 minutes down the road, they have been outscored by 21 points and trail, well, 22 and trail by 16. So the Lady Rams have owned the last frame of this game, shooting 61% in the second half, 67% from 3-point range.
And here's a whistle, and it's a shooting foul. Sodich will go to the stripe, and that's going to help things a little bit. Gives you a faint glimmer of hope with no clock ticking away. Sodich can cut the lead back to 14.
Lady Rams have 15 steals on the game. 4 for Cray, 4 for Vincent, 3 for Castillo, 3 for Thomas. Those are the 4 players who are also all in double digits. 20 turnovers for Lady Lions.
And now a full court press from the Lady Lions, trying to grab a quick turnover here. 2:35 left in the ball game. Vincent able to beat the press. Out to Cray. Now back over. Baseline shot from Callis, no good. So you need now a real quick 3. Someone coming off the screen, or a drive and a foul to stop the play. Inside pass to Sodich. A little too dangerous, a little too high. Taken away by Houston Tillotson. And now we're nearing the 2-minute mark, Tim, and it's going to be hard for Lady Lions to climb back out of this 14-point hole. But here's a still first from Croc. She lays it in, cuts the lead to 12. Might be too little too late, but Kroc still giving great effort here.
Lady Lions squaring up, and you really can't afford to foul down by this much. Just have to hope for a turnover and maybe a three-pointer to make things a little bit interesting. Good inside look, and it falls. That's Ariel Callis.
And a timeout from Coach Beadle, 73-59 your score. And unless a miracle happens, the Lady Lions will probably come up at the short end of this ball game and fall to 5-13 in conference play, 8-17 overall. Lady Rams should improve to 9-8. They'll get above 500 in conference play, Tim, and improve their record to 11-15. Do Lady Rams have any chance of moving up to the 6th spot, or is there too much of a gap?
They have a chance to move up all the way to the 5th spot. They are only one game behind the Lady Celts and only a half game behind Langston, so they still have a very good chance. The top 4 are locked in. Saints,
pretty much,
Wildcats, Lady Pilots, Lady Rams, and Texas Wesleyan. They're 15-1, 12-2, 12-2, 12-5, so that's kind of a locked-in spot. Kind of is determining, well, again, it's kind of that trying to avoid either the Lady Rams or Lady Wildcats out of Wiley in the first round. They're ranked number 19 and number 22 in the NAIA respectively. So you want to hold that 5th or 6th spot if you're Lady Rams, so you can try to avoid a date with one of those two teams. So it's a fight between the Lady Celts, the Lady Lions of Langston, and the Lady Rams of Huston Tillotson for that 5 through 7 seeding.
So the Rams definitely came in here fired up. And now firing up a 3-ball and finding it is Jessica Sodich. She finally scores her first point of the second half, gives her 17 for the day.
Trap near the midcourt. The Lady Rams will be content just to run this shot clock down, get it down to around 30 seconds before they try anything.
Now 5 in the shot clock, and number 5 has the ball in her hand. She's had the hot hand, and she puts up a shot. That one's no good. Way up ahead, but stolen at midcourt by Van Zent. She'll jack up a 3, in and out. Kroc with the rebound, out of bounds off of the Lady Rams. 21 seconds remaining, an 11-point lead. And this ball game slipped away about halfway through the second half, Tim.
It did.
That's when Lady Lions just kind of lost focus.
There was that sudden turn. Lady Lions found themselves down by 3. They cut it back to 1, but then before you could blink, all of a sudden it was 7, then it was 9, and it just kind of stayed there until, got as high as 15, or 16 actually. The Lady Lions just don't have enough today against Huston Tillotson.
And as the buzzer sounds, a nice strong move in there from Bratchett. Adds 2 more to her stat sheet, and that is your ball game. Lady Rams come away with the road win here at the Schaefer Center. Your final score, 73-64, improving their record to 9-8 on the season. Lady Lions will fall to 5-13. We'll take a quick commercial break, back with some more thoughts about the game and looking ahead at game 2 of our doubleheader here on SAGU Sports Live. Stay with us.